Good evening. Hello. My name is Susan. Welcome to our Friday night live here from suburbia in Perth, Western Australia. My name is Susan. I'm the creator of this oracle set of cards called Southern Cross Stone Oracle. They were designed 30 plus years ago in a place in Queensland, and they sat around doing nothing for quite some time until this year they were revamped, remade and allowed to be born. And this is how they were revamped. Lovely set of cards, nice and easy to shuffle. Show you that. I am an experienced shuffler, I must admit, so I might make it look easy, but most people can put their energy into the cards pretty well. What we're going to offer here tonight is for you to be able to ask questions and for the cards to be able to hopefully give you some guidance, maybe answer a question or two, or even promote a question or two. Now, I just wanted to show you this little bag here. This came to me this week from a dear friend, Penelope, who's been babysitting it for, I don't know, maybe 5 years or maybe even longer. Whenever I stayed at her place and said, oh, can I leave some stuff in your shed? So this was something I thought I'd lost, but I can't bend it over to show you, but this is what the Southern Cross Oracle were originally like. Little stones of little blocks of wood with the symbols etched into them. So for those of you that have a pack of cards, you might recognize a couple of the symbols, but this is what they were originally going to be. And I can't tell you the joy that I had in finding this little bundle back in my possession. I was truly, truly blessed to have them back, and I thank all of the goddesses responsible for looking after them because I was a bit slack. But yeah, you can see the little symbols, and they've now been transformed into the set of cards that I now know and love and have available for your pleasure. Okay, so I wanted to start off our Friday night by touching base and reminding everyone out there in the world that I will never, ever unsolicit friends' advice or private messages, offering readings or offering books, or I will never ask for your banking information. We had an incident last week where somebody jumped onto the live chat and they promptly messaged hundreds of people, and quite a few people thought it was me. It was not me. So please never ever follow any links. Never give your credit card details online. Any correspondence from me will be through this group, the official Facebook page, and with me talking on the live videos. I guarantee you that I do not need your credit card information in my file, and I do not need for any unsolicited sales to come. I'm very happy if you want to support my little business, and I'm very happy if you are attracted to the products that I have for sale, but never would I ask you for your credit card details. I had an unfortunate incident this week where one of my people on this group got a horribly big lesson in scammers, and it was just absolutely overwhelming for her. So I just want to confirm with everyone out there that I wouldn't do that. Okay, so clearing the energy in the cards, giving them a shuffle, and wanted to see if there was any questions.
Well, we have the lovely Marissa.
Hello, Marissa. Hello.
And she would like to know...
How are you?
If she can have a card, she would like to know how her daughter will be next month.
Okay. Tell me your daughter's name, please. There's a lot of conflicting energy. There's quite a few cards that jumped out of the pack for her. But the first one that fell out, which I think is the most important cards.
So her name is Caroline.
Okay, so for Caroline, for some reason, my screen is saying that this card is quite dark. So I don't know whether I'm sitting in a different place or whether the light's behind me. But this is the card of awareness, honesty, simplicity, and acceptance, okay? So what this says for her is that she's coming to terms with something that she has not been comfortable with. She's finding a place to bring balance to that. I really feel that there is a sense of unhappiness or injustice around her that is not shifting as easily as she would like it to. But my advice to her is to embrace this card of awareness and to be able to say, okay, what's my learning from this? How can I move forward? How can I be able to make the most out of the challenges that I've had recently? Okay, so that's the card for her, my lovely. I will certainly, if you want me to, that is, add her to my healing list. One thing that I haven't mentioned in these lives, because it's all been so new and I've been learning, is that I am part of a worldwide group of healers, and there's over 1 million of us in the group. And I am very, very open and pleased to be able to accept any names that you want for me to be able to put on that healing list, because we get together every week, and energetically there's usually more than 400,000 of us that send love and healing to various people. So very happy to put anybody on the list that any of you would like to be able to send love and healing to. So I'm shuffling the cards again. Do we have another question?
We do.
My esteemed D.
Yeah, Marissa said that she would really appreciate her daughter going on the healing list.
Beautiful, most definitely. Consider it done.
So the next question comes from Carla, and she would like a card around her health.
Okay, let's see. Did you see that just throwing out? Okay, so that is a card of house, relationships, and links. And I mean, I know that you have been unwell the last few days, and what the card is saying is that spiritually, this the health unwellness that you've had is associated with your relationships in your life. It's associated with a sense of not knowing where something is going. Have you recently made a new acquaintance? I'm feeling that it is on a friendship front, not romantic, and that there's quite a bit of uncertainty. There's a bit of nervousness, and there's a bit of absolute, where the heck is this going? Because you're not sure. And so for your health, this card of links is saying that it's connected to each other, okay? So your solution is in your relationships and your home, okay? Hopefully that tells you what you need to be able to find a solution.
She says, it makes total sense, I know what it means. And then she said, no, but I feel that with my current partner.
So only you can decide how best to shift that energy and how best to make it work in a more, not just balanced way, but a way that opens your life up for the new adventures that you're ready for. I'll certainly add you to the healing list as well.
She said, thank you so much, beautiful.
Thank you. So do we have another question?
We sure do. Amy would like a card to know if her husband and her made the right business decision.
Okay, let's have a look for you, Amy. Let's see. You've got the card of movement and change. And what this card basically gives you a big fat yes. Okay? What this card has links in between links. So whilst you might be on this part of in between links at the moment, the answer is still a resounding, very big yes. I feel that your beloved, your husband, was a little bit more keen than you were in this regard, and that you're not normally a overly cautious person, but that you need a boost of confidence and you need a boost of spiritual wow, yeah, we've made the right decision, we're moving forward. But this card is fantastic to have in that regard. So my big question is answered with a resounding yes, okay?
So, Sister Carol popped in and said, hello. Oh.
My beloved baby sister. She's actually much wiser than me in a lot of regard. And people that know Carol and meet me, they always think that I'm the young stupid one. So, yeah, she is a very much beloved sister. And
Amy says, thank you very much.
you're very welcome, Amy.
T and Di have popped in to say hi.
Ah, two wonderful, wonderful people.
So Sharon's next on the list and she would like you to draw a card for her.
Okay, let's give it a shuffle for you, Sharon. So, I do believe that what this card is telling you is that you have not yet done all the research that you need to do, not that Spirit needs to do, but that you need to do in regard to a new venture. This is about forward planning. This might not be something that you're doing this year, but it's certainly something that you need to be comfortable with before that it happens next year, okay? What this card is one of reflection, research, okay? And this has an essence of containment around it. It's almost like, I'm keeping this close at heart at the moment and I'm not real sure about this, so I'm not going to be making any decisions or any announcements, but that is telling me that at the moment a little more research is in order, and then you will have the security and the safety, because you have stopped trusting your intuition a bit over the last couple of years, and this uncertainty is all around the fact that, hey, hang on a minute, I don't feel too supported, I don't feel like I've got all the right information. So what this card is offering you is the chance to say, yeah, actually I'll just find out a bit more and then I'll surge forward, because this card is saying it's the right plan. You just need to feel more comfortable. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question, my dear, and gives you the direction in which you can move forward. Okay, so I actually have had one of those kind of weeks where I've been occasionally bad-tempered and occasionally tired and occasionally annoyed at the government. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick a card for myself before I jump into the next question, because I find that the energy of this Friday Night Live really, really heightens the ability of the cards. And I really enjoy being able to draw out the energy. So the card that I've drawn, this one's for myself. This is the card of the introvert, the hiding, the privacy, the secrets, the, like I haven't been totally on my own page this week. So this is actually a perfect card for me because I had an exceptionally bad habit, which I don't do it quite as much, but I still do it, of internalizing and really making energetically things very hard for myself. So this is a perfect card that I have drawn for myself at the moment. So thank you, card. I'll learn from that and I'll take their message on board. So do we have another person that would like a card, Dee?
Yes, we do. We have the lovely T that would love a card.
Ah, the blessedly lovely T. May I ask you if you've got your parcel yet? Because for other people that are in the group, T is my Serbian witch, my graphic designer, and she was able to transform my symbols into the exact requirements that I wanted for the cards. And she lives in Serbia. So that's really a long way away from Perth, Western Australia. So, yeah, very, very pleased to see her here. So, what you have drawn, my dear, for you, T, is the card of home and family. Okay, what this tells me is that over the next week, you're going to have a really important family gathering, lunch, dinner. There seems to be quite a lot of people here in the card. There seems to be quite a lot of noise that is associated. But why this card is important to you is what this is saying to you in the next week. I don't know whether you're leaving home or you feel like your home's changed, but this card is asking you to feel comfortable, because whilst there is change, there is still protection and there is still the love and the comfort and the people and the energy that is drawing you, that has always been there for you. So yeah, this card, the card of home, really important card to have. So hopefully that answers your pondering, what you were thinking about, and it'll give you some direction in being able to move forward. So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm shuffling.
Dee said, what a lovely card, and she didn't get them yet, but she literally can't wait for them to get here. And Marissa says she thinks we have another scammer. We do. We have 2 people in at the moment, but I'm just kind of ignoring them because we don't need to give them any attention, but take notice of their names so that you don't accept anything from them. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll just confirm that, don't ever accept any unsolicited friend requests from someone saying that they are me or my wonderful cards. That, I don't know whether to feel like, blessed that I've got scammers in the room. Is it, my tiny little business is absolutely not big enough for, but I don't understand the world of scamming. So, yeah, I do have to tell you that when we had that experience last week with the person who was actually a woman and she actually lives in Jakarta, this is how bad that it affected me, because I was feral. I was absolutely going to hex this woman and do all these things that I have not done for 40 years in the way of, sending back energy. But, I did find out it was a woman and roughly, what area of the world that she lived in. But as Facebook said, she hadn't broken any rules, so they actually allowed her to steal my pictures and to pretend that she was me. So don't do anything other than send love and light to the scammers that are currently in the room. I won't let them break my energy. Let's not let them break yours.
So on that note, let's draw a card for the lovely Samantha.
The lovely Samantha. Okay. Well, what the cards are saying to me right at this moment is the lovely Samantha is feeling like there's a sense of injustice. There's something that's happened around you recently that you're actually a bit annoyed about and that you're not quite keen. This card says that there will be balance, but it is the card of integrity. So it's about a decision that you need to make. It's about you feeling comfortable. It's not about what everyone else is doing or what's right or what's, the world is doing. This is just about what Samantha's doing, okay? This could be a legal bit of paper, but I'm not getting that sense. I'm getting that it's more of an internal process, that you might be a bit peeved off with someone at the moment, and that it's up to you how you will handle it, because the energy is very enclosed and very protected. So I would advise that it's time to follow your heart. And sometimes, quite honestly, people need to be told something they might not want to hear. So if that's what it is and someone around you, Samantha, requires a little honesty, then what the cards are saying is they're with you. They're going to support you in that process. You go ahead. Okay. Hopefully that's answered your question. I'm shuffling the cards up again.
T says, how are they not embarrassed to scam people like that? Oh my God, and Facebook didn't do anything about it. Come on. And Samantha says, thank you, Susan.
You're most welcome.
So next we have Amy would like to have a card for herself.
Amy. Let's have a look. So this one jumped out of the pack for you, Amy. This is the card of peace. Okay, what this is telling me is that right now in your life there's too much busyness. There's too much things that exhaust you. It's like the cup of tea is overflowing, and this is on an energetic level. People are so busy around you that you're not actually getting what you need. Okay, I feel a sense of exhaustion and a sense of how do I make a change with this? So what this card is offering you is permission to make peace, okay? If there is a situation around you that you simply can't change, remember that you can change something within your own environment. Is it, crystals that you like that you could bring into the environment? Is it a water bottle? Is it, something? But you can make change, and you can bring a sense of peace and balance to your world, okay? Because this is very much a doing card. This is a card that invites you to take action, okay? So, might not be what you want to do, but this card is saying that you'll feel the benefit pretty much straight away, okay? So, hopefully that answers your question for you, my dear. And that you're able to, and, it's such a personal way to bring balance. I personally, I'm a lover of music, and I tend to be, what's my current favourite song at the moment, and that's the fix for whatever imbalance there is around. But you have your own systems, and you'll have something that really works well for you. So use it, my dear.
Amy said, wowza, spot on, Susan.
Oh, the cards, it's the cards. I'd like to say that I am truly blessed that I made the cards, so I do understand them. But I must admit, when I was going through the testing phase of the cards a few months ago, because they've only been on the market, 6 weeks now, I remember saying to my very good friend over here, my helper, so many things, and I had really colourful language when I said it. I'm like, I'm gobsmacked. These cards actually work. So thank you for that feedback, Amy. Thank you. It still stuns me. So who's the next person who would like a card?
The next person that would like a card is, we just did Amy, didn't we? I didn't
Yes.
cross her off. So the lovely Leah would like a card.
Okay, the lovely Leah. Oh my Lord. The lovely Leah actually has 2 cards that jumped out of the pack. Now these are in direct conflict with each other. And what that tells me is that right now you have a feeling that there's actually not enough in your world. There's a lack that you really can't put your finger on, okay? There's a sense of blockage and hindrance and like, what am I doing? Why is this not moving quickly enough for me? But this card here, the card of enough, is telling you that your answer to this card is right here. It's literally days or within the week away, and that you will have that sense of balance. And the power word on this one is abundance. So you can see there is many there. There is enough. So what my message from these 2 cards for you right now is hang in there a little bit longer. The energy that is around you that has been exhausting you and pulling you down is nearly sorted. It's nearly finished, and very soon you will have that sense of enough and that sense of balance around you. So hang in there, girl. It's nearly there. Okay? I feel your pain with the exhaustion, though, and I will send you boosts of energy in hope that, yeah, could we have it today, not next week, with that, break in the traffic? So, yeah, but it is soon. Thank you. I hope that answered your questions.
Samantha said, Leah, that makes so much sense for you.
Beautiful.
Okay, so next up, the lovely Rachel would like a card.
Okay. The lovely Rachel, I'm shuffling the deck. Many hundreds of years ago, I used to love doing past life readings. Oh, my God. I used to totally love them. And I'm sure I was one of those, like, cowboy people that used to play cards. Because a pack of cards in my hand is totally comfortable. Totally. Right, so let's draw the card for you. Okay. This card here is quite intimate. It's quite sexual. It's quite bonding. It's quite relieving in a lot of ways. And I don't mean that in a terrible way. I mean as energetically, it's like, oh my God. Oh, I've got a sense of release, a sense of connection. Okay. Now this card tells me that right now, you are being paid energetically for hard work that you put in over the last couple of years. It's almost like luck has started to shine in your world. Little things, finding a park easier, meeting people that are not so exhausted, they're cranky, strangers smiling at you, because this is the card of a whole heap of little things that make a big difference, okay? This card tells me that your life is turning a corner and that energetically you are able to go, whoa, yay, thank God, I'm ready for the peace. And, it's almost like spiritually you'll stop seeing a red light and you'll be able to move forward. It's a great card for thinking about delving into something new, okay? So hopefully that's answered your question, my dear, and that you'll be able to make sense of what that card is saying for you. I'll just take a little, this stuff, love it.
She's trying to pretend it's water.
Actually, that's so funny because I had somebody say to me today, oh, is that wine in your water bottle? And I'm like, I actually am the one person in the universe that it would never be. I have water in my water bottle. Now, if it's a can of Coke, could have a couple of things in there, but no, water bottle is for water.
Is there any reason why these are taking up space next to me? Were you going to show them?
I will, yeah. Yeah, I've got a plan with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't worry about them being in my space then.
Yeah.
Okay, so Leah said, thanks, I'm just finishing my studies and I'm a bit worried about getting a job, fingers crossed.
Oh, yeah. That card that you picked is saying that you will not need to cross those fingers.
Okay. Diane said you must try her mulberry wine when it's ready. If you're not, I'm in for it. I'm up for it.
Ask her if there's any alcohol in it, because, I can hear the whole universe laughing at this, but I am actually allergic to alcohol. So, yeah, hence water in the water bottle. But, yeah, I have been known to have some of it, but the price I pay is intense. But, yeah, mulberry wine, yeah, might be interesting. Failing that, I could turn the wine into jam.
Nice. So next up we have the lovely Lauren would like a card.
The lovely Lauren. Okay. You've picked the card of family, Lauren. And what this tells me is that you have not an argument, but you have an unresolved hurt that is in your immediate family circle. Okay, I think that these people are the closest ones to you, your partner, your siblings, your children, the people that are in your friendship circle that are really close. And I feel that what this card is saying is that you're holding on to something that needs to be said. Okay, this is not going to cause a rift. It's not going to cause a disagreement. What this card is saying is that your message is not received. And your message wants to be received. So they can only receive it if you actually say it, okay? You have a great sense of insecurity in your immediate circle at the moment. So what this card is offering you is the opportunity to turn it on its side, move it around, and for you to be able to look at it in a different way, okay? So hang in there and actually say what's on your mind, and the energy will clear, okay? Hopefully that's answered your question for you.
Okie doke. Christine would like a card.
I love that name, Christine. My mother's name was Christian, and she was often called Chrissy, Christine, Chrissy, all of those kind of variations of it. So, yeah, it's a name that I do so love. So, it's definitely a very busy name, okay? You've got 4 cards that have pulled out. Now, all of these are about psychic intent, okay? You've got the card of spells and charms and thrills. And what this is changing energy. And I personally use circles of intent. And this is what this is. This is putting it out and being able to have the universe show you your results really quite quickly. And this is the card of awareness. This is the card of knowing what you're doing, okay? And this is the card of spirit. This is the card of spirit messages and spirit passing to you information that is helpful. And you've also got the card of protection. So altogether what they are telling me is that 1, you have a very busy life at the moment. And 2, you have a lot of other people that are taking your time and that they're not always clear in what they want from you. But what all of the cards that came out all at once, what they're telling me is that you're very capable, you're very aware, you're very knowledgeable about yourself and your heart, and you know what works for you, and you know the things that, hey, shit, that is not in my world. I don't do that. I don't like doing that. And yeah, that doesn't work for me. So what these cards are saying is, wow, you're going to keep on having a busy week and a busy month, and that the best thing that you can do for yourself right now is to be able to celebrate the fact that you have an awareness, that you have an ability, and that you have a gift, and this is what people come to you to be able to share this gift, okay? So use that. It's really quite interesting. You probably maybe not be able to hear it, but at the moment I have a spirit gentleman just behind my right shoulder, and he's telling me that the messages he's been trying to give to you, you haven't received. So I'm not even sure who he is, but I can hear him talking right there. And he's somebody that likes cars. He's somebody that didn't necessarily fix things properly when he attended to them. I think that he's been passed for quite some time, more than 5 years. But what he's saying to me is he's talking to you all the time and you're not listening. So, yeah. He doesn't have a message for you, but he's just saying you're not listening, and maybe, he would like it if you did. So you can always ask me about that later. If you would like to revisit a couple of ways so that you can actually hear his communication, I'm quite happy to answer your email, okay? So I shall just shuffle the cards up again. I hope that you did get the answers from the cards before he came in too. So I'm just shuffling the cards up again.
For Lucy.
Lucy, as in Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, not my granddaughter who's only 4.
No, it is not your granddaughter. I can't remember. She is with somebody else that is online.
Okay.
And they asked if she could have a card. I just didn't write down who she was sitting with. Okay,
so Lucy, I definitely feel that instantly I'm getting a bulk of energy around you, okay? I don't know whether you just work in such a busy environment, okay? But the card that you've drawn is the card of love. It's the card of not a physical love, not a relationship love. This is like an interior or an exterior kind of decorator's style, okay? And this is what this is telling me is that change is afoot within your workplace, okay? I think that you will choose to walk away from a job, and that you will have another job for a short time, and then you will find a job that you want, okay? This sense of style and the passion and the kindness that come with this card are an absolute beautiful burst of energy. So what these cards are telling you is that the decision that you've been putting off making, especially in regard to work, the time is now. It's right there for you. Go forward with confidence, okay? So hopefully that's answered your question.
Okay, so next up we have Natalie, and she would like to know, will she conceive her second child this year?
I love looking into people's sex lives. It really is something. I'm an old woman. I don't, I get my thrills wherever I can. So I'm really, really happy to look into your abundant energies, okay? So we've only got, 10 weeks left of the year. So I'm asking the cards to be really, really on the ball, okay? So they've given you the card of rock, the card of freedom. So that would say to me, no, that you won't conceive this year, okay? But I asked it for early next year as well, and this is my birth card. This is the card of beginnings, birth, and so you've got a yes by early March, but a no by New Year's Eve, okay? So I would plan the romance, the woo-hoo-hoo time for early in the year, because this card is saying that this is when you've got the birth, okay? You've got and by the birth spiritually, that means the actual getting pregnant, not the actual having a child, okay? So, if you're ready for the baby energy to hit your world, then yeah, I would think that fantastic time is about the middle of January, okay? Hopefully that'll help you plan your holidays and your romance time around.
So,
be productive.
A couple of feedbacks.
Please come back and let me know.
So Lucy is with Samantha, and Samantha says, yes, that definitely answered Lucy's question.
Beautiful.
She said, thank you so much. And Christine said, thank you so much. That was an amazing reading and so very true and 100% on what is happening presently. Having 4 cards fall out, all linked to my spiritual psychic side, and my growth spiritual is extremely accurate.
Wow. This pack of cards is always blowing my mind. Thank you very much for that feedback. Thank you. Now, for those of you who are drawn to own a pack of the Southern Cross cards, there are a number of ways to buy them. You can see me personally if you happen to live close. I am exploring some of the market options at the moment, which I'll put up on the page. Or if you wish to buy online, I have a website. And if you go to the Southern Cross Stones oracle.com.au or to Spirit and Mind Tools. Both of those are really me and accurately will get you a most wonderful pack of cards if you would like. So I'm very glad that the cards were able to be spot on for you.
Okay, could we have a card for Zoe, please?
Oh, we like that name.
We do like that name.
We like that name. We know that name. We might not know this Zoe, but we do know that name. Okay, let's have a look and see for you, Zoe. Okay. What this card is, it looks like a really unhappy face, but it's not. What it is the card of acceptance. I believe that what this card is telling me for you, Zoe, is that you've not actually been into the way things have been happening around you for the last few months. And it's almost like, yeah, well, I'm over it. I'm really not into this anymore. But this card is a card of acceptance. It's almost like, wow, sometime very, very soon, within the next couple of weeks, you'll be able to say, okay, right, move on. I accept the fact that I felt this way and now I can make it work for me, okay? Because there is the words of accord and truth, which is all bound up in a spiritual acceptance, okay? I feel quite strongly that what this card is telling me is that financially, things over the last few months have not been that cheery, have not been as sparkly as you would like them to be. And what this card is telling me is that that energy is shining up and there's a sense of relief that is coming, particularly in your finances. So hopefully, Zoe, that was your question answered as well as a question given. Okay?
So, Sue would like a card because she has a lot going on at the moment and there's not enough me time.
Okay, let's have a look. Fantastic name, by the way. Even though I don't like my name shortened, I still love the name in any kind of way. Yeah, so fantastic. Okay, so you have got the card of rejuvenation. This is the card of, oh my Lord, I've just been to the day spa. I feel good. I've just had, an absolute washing inside and out spiritually. This is the card that tells you that you can soothe and you can regenerate, okay? So what this is saying, because this is the little Southern Cross star over here, what this is saying is you've been out of the pack and you've been a little bit out there on the planet, but now you're coming back in and you've found your place, okay? I don't know whether this is something you've been considering doing, but what Spirit is telling me is that a change is really welcomed in your home. And I don't feel as though this is in your house. I feel as though it's like a garden or a patio area because I'm getting a sense of a real flow of air around, okay? And with this change in that environment, then comes your sense of, oh, thank God, I've got 5 minutes. I've got, this time to myself. I don't know whether you like reading, but I get the sensation of books around you, and I feel that they can be a delight as well as a pain. So, but the movement all comes with a sense of delight. So, yeah, Sue, I believe that your peace is coming, okay? The sense of being able to soothe your energy, okay? So hopefully that's answered your question and not giving you too many more.
So feedback from Zoe was that whatever you said made a lot of sense, and she thanks you very much.
Oh, bless. So, one thing I'd like to share with you is that when I do readings, not so much as a one-on-one, but in this kind of environment where I literally channel my energy in a particular way, I have no idea. If you ask me in 1 hour's time to clarify on the reading that I just gave you, I would have no idea. I literally say the message, it's given to you, and then it's gone. So part of that is my style of reading, and part of it is my protection circles I've learned over the years, and part of it is this like technological way of doing the readings. So yeah, I'm glad that they speak to you, and I'm really pleased that they that this style of reading is hitting it on the ballpark. Who have we got next, my beloved dear?
Leah's husband, Dave, who's sitting with her.
Leah, you've got a husband called Dave. I've got a really terrible sense of humour. So let's just pull a card for Dave before he gets so scared he's got to run away. Okay. I don't think that you're pregnant, but this is the card for Dave of new ideas. This is the card of being able to say, okay, we're beginning something. We're actually going in a different direction. And what this tells me, Dave, is that you're quite energetically, you're very hesitant. And you're very, very much a person who likes to know all 4 sides of the sandwich before you put the butter on, And what this card is saying is that you've got a bit of a change, a big change happening, and that this card invites you to embrace it. This card actually says that you will be supported, you will be in a circle of protection, in a circle of love, and in a circle where you feel that you can make decisions and move forward. I know someone very similar with your energy, and I love him dearly. He takes forever to make a decision, but that's part of his charm. And you have a similar thing that you like to know what is happening around you. So this is a really good card to get for you. It's a card of security, okay? So hopefully that's given you a bit of a delve into the question of the answer that you weren't quite sure you were asking. Okay, thank you for joining us.
Okay, Jenny would like a card, please. She's also sitting with Samantha and maybe Lucy.
Hey, Samantha has friends. Lots of them.
She must be having like a Friday night reading watch party.
Yeah, I love that idea. I wonder if there's wine. Mulberry wine. Sorry, now I have to have your name again because
Jenny.
I totally lost. I'm going to ask the cards for you only and not to let my mind wander, okay? So, Jenny, it is. Let these cards give you a message. Okay. So, what they're giving you is actually a pretty good message, okay? This is the card of adventure. This is the card of surprise. You didn't know you were getting that. This is the card of, oh my God, am I actually going to do that? I remember feeling the same kind of energy when I went ice skating because 1, I was freaked out, and 2, I was like, no, I'm not doing this shit. But this card tells you that very soon you have something that's very adventurous and very worthwhile doing. It's not a brand new show on Netflix kind of card. It's not, oh, I'm going to sit down and watch something for a weekend. This is a card of action. This is a card of, oh my God, I'm getting out there. I'm doing it. I'm participating. If you don't know 100 people already, this is the card that says, whoa, socially, you're about to get damn busy, because this is the card of many, many people and many places, okay? And if that's something that scares you, then this card says, guess what? It's time to get prepared, okay? So hopefully that's given you an answer to what you were thinking about.
Okay.
Give these little babies a shuffle.
While you're shuffling them, you could think about Rachel, who would like a card.
Rachel. So, as I shuffle these cards for Rachel, I'd just like to tell everyone out there in the wide world, one of the things that I personally love is writing. I am absolute, from the age of 8 to 9, I used to journal and, collect bits of paper. And this week I've been working and nearly finished, not quite finished though, so I can't show it to you, on a book about empaths and exercises to do and ways that you can feel comfortable and handle energetic situations. So if anyone's interested in finding out more about a book on empaths, then just send me a message or write in the comments, and I shall let you know when it's ready to be at your place instead of at mine. Okay, so the cards have had a good energy cleanse. So we're drawing a card for
Rachel.
For Rachel. Okay. This card, Rachel, is the card of change, okay? This is a card of old wise women, his ancestors, and making a real difference, okay? What this card tells me, Rachel, is that around you, there may well be hundreds or certainly dozens of people that listen to or rely on advice or direction that you give them, kind of like you've been a bit of a GPS to other people in the past 12 months especially. But what this card is saying to you is that you're about to enter a very self-orientated time, not selfish, but very much about what you want and what you want to create. Because this wisdom that you have from within is working really well for other people, but this card is telling you that now it's the time that it's going to be working for you, okay? There's the energy in the middle and lots of different directions that you can go, and that you can make a real difference to other people. That's been proven. Now, this card is inviting you to make a real difference for you, okay? This time is about you. This time is about confirming where you want to go, not just within a workplace. I'm talking about where you want to go in your heart as well as in your body, okay? It is offering you no solutions and 100 million questions, but this card is saying that you will have the time to look at some of these questions, okay? So there we are, my dear. Hopefully that's giving you an indication as to why all of those questions will be coming into your world.
Okay, so we have Maxine. She would like a card because she has a lot of stress in her life at the moment. Okay.
I'll just give the pack a little cleanse before I draw your card, Maxine. Acknowledge the challenges that you've had around you and see what the cards can offer in regard to how best to make a difference, okay? When What they've given you is the card of insight and the card of understanding. So what this tells me, Maxine, is that a lot of your distress and a lot of the confusion that is around you is saying that this is not helpful to you. This is not helping you make the most of what you want to do. It's a roadblock. It's a blockage that you don't trust with your intuition. So you're simply giving it too much time. Okay? That this card is asking you to separate from the energies that are around you. Okay, it's not an easy solution. There's no, okay, if we turn on this song, everything will go away and suddenly all of that stress will be. It's got so many different shapes and sizes and colors around it. What it's saying to you is that the solution is there, but that you're not using it. Okay, it's almost like there is a button to be pushed, and you need to push that button, but first you need to find it, okay? So this card is acknowledging the stress that is around you and is acknowledging that the solution is, it's not as easy as one would hope it would be, but there is a sense and an understanding there, and it's inviting you to literally go and push a button and see whether it provides you that break from the stress that's around you. And with your permission, I'm very happy to add you to the healing list and, see whether energetically some of the healing forces that I work with can help push that button for you. I certainly feel your pain. I certainly feel your busyness. And I certainly feel that I would love it if I had a magic wand and an easy solution for you. Okay? So hopefully the card has given you a direction to look and a place where perhaps you wouldn't have thought that there might be some sense of balance before. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, so I have 3 more people on the list, and then we're probably going to be running out of time. So
Yay.
It might be good to let people that miss out know
Cool.
where they can,
Yeah.
where they can
Yep.
get.
The Friday Night Lives is about an hour because of the technological kind of things. Facebook will let it squish and be put on, and then I've got a YouTube channel now. Oh my God. And that can be put up. So yeah, trying to streamline the Friday night readings to around about an hour. So I'm very happy to look at the 3 cards, the 3 people that we've got on the list. And then if you haven't had a chance to get your question answered tonight, pop in early next Friday night, okay? So who are we doing first in our 3?
Okay, so first we're doing Gary, who is also at the Friday night watch party with Samantha.
Party. Okay. What this card tells me is that emotionally you've made a difference, okay? You've made a difference to yourself, and you have made a decision that has improved your life drastically, okay? What this card is saying is, oh my God, finally, that it's almost like I've been given a driver's license, I've been given, a vehicle, and now the break in the traffic is there, okay? This card is about opportunity, breakthroughs, making a difference. So what this tells me is that you have recently made a decision that is going to pay off big time, that is going to change the way that things happen around you. I actually get a sense of really deep reflection within you, okay? This is not, like something like light and fluffy. This is actually really important and very much on a deep level, okay? I feel that you it's almost like I'm getting a picture of a cat and a bowl of cream, like, hello, thank you. I've just made the right decision, and now this card is saying your breakthrough is right there. It's a lovely card to get. So hopefully that's answered your question, and I think that if it's really done its job, it's given you another question, which is great.
Okay, T would like a card about love.
Love, love, love. It's the month for love, I tell you. Not that the weather knows, but spring should be here, and spring is about love.
Are we doing something about that on Sunday, about love?
I tell you. Okay, I love this card. This card does not have the most attractive symbol, but this is my I want to say, so I will say, the Rumpy Pumpy card. This is about sexual energy. This is about feeling good within yourself. This is about romance that is not just emotional. This is physical and sensual and really quite bloody interesting as well. So in regard to your question about love, you are heading for it, girl. You are just on the right track, okay? Even if you're not quite ready, the card's giving it to you in abundance, okay? You've got the commitment there, but that commitment is to yourself. It's not a marriage card. It's a commitment to, hey, you know what? That actually bloody works for me like that. So, yeah, go for it, mate. Go for it and enjoy. I do love energetically the feeling of some of these answers. I might be old, but things still work in that energetic department. Body's not so fun. So
we have one more person, but before we get to them, I just wanted to. Samantha said, "Thanks so much. They had the best night listening as a group.
Oh, bless!
And they had a great party. So thanks.
Yay! Thank you."
And so the lucky last for tonight is the lovely Tanya. Nothing in specific. She would just like a card.
Lucky last for you, Tanya. So, what do I get? What do these cards give? What the cards are actually telling me, even without coming out, is you've had a disagreement with yourself recently and that you have not yet decided which way to go. So the card that you have picked is the card of honesty, and this is about spiritual honesty. This is about really making sure that you're clear in your intention, okay? Yes, there is the acceptance and the awareness there, but the real purpose of this card for you is almost like a spring clean energy-wise. I feel that you have a knack business-wise. You have a ability to attract energy in all kinds of ways, but you haven't really been honest in the past of what you want to do. And so this card is inviting you to have a spring clean of the things around you that you have outgrown, that you don't need anymore, that don't, I haven't touched that in 5 years. So, and this is about energetically, things like, okay, I really believe that I could be doing things differently there. But I see this as a beautiful card. This is a card of, if we were in the 1600s, this would be a witch's broom. You would be getting on it and you would be flying away and you would be going like, hey man, I've left all that shit behind, but I'm getting other stuff. And that's really important. So this is a fantastic card to get. So hopefully that answered your not quite too sure about where things were going around you and given you a really clearer path for you to be able to move forward.
I don't think Tanya could have said it any better, but she said nailed it.
Ooh, thank you.
So that was our last one for the night.
Wow.
And she said, love you, beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I am truly, truly blessed. I am. I appreciate greatly everybody popping in on this Friday Night Live for my esteemed cards, for my tiny little business that I sat on. So I would like to finish off by taking the originals and just picking one for the coming week. Okay, so this little one that we've got for the coming week, this is about changing direction, and this is about learning, and this is about acceptance of things that are in the past and will stay in the past. So I think that for some of us, we might have a sense of relief over the next week in that, hey, that shit don't bother me anymore. Okay? So thank you all very much for being here. I really totally appreciate it. And you know what? I'm kind of getting into this. I'm feeling like, hey, we've done it a few times. I haven't buggered it up too much yet. So please pop back in the next Friday night. Would love to see you. Thank you.